That's right. Xenoblade X is real. We are getting it. And today, we're going to be talking about that. Here, I am host Tech with my co-hosts. Introduce yourselves.
Co-host number one right here. Usual host number one, but y'all know how it is. It's zero. That's right.
And co-host number two, Path, as always.
Nah, we're here because Xenoblade X Definitive Edition has officially dropped on Nintendo. Just casually. It was just Tuesday.
This is for you. The day Xenoblade X Definitive Edition released on Switch was the most important day. For me, insert Nintendo picture. It was Tuesday.
On God.
Basically, they waited until a decade ago.
No, legit, it was a whole decade. People were starting to doubt. People were looking at Xenoblade X fans going like, y'all are crazy. Y'all are dumb. You gotta let go. It's Xenosaga's turn.
This isn't a way to true.
It was genuinely a decade. Like it's 2024, and Xenoblade X released in 2014.
2015-ish.
Yeah, 2014. Hold up, I'm checking right now. It was 2015, 29th of April. So it was very long years for this game in the
9
making.
years and 11 months. That's actually crazy.
And also, basically, now it's available from Switch. So basically, we have all the games.
Yeah, that's right, which is really crazy. We have the entire saga on the Switch.
Xenoblade fans be eating good.
Someone said that like in the comments of the video. I remember like it was like Xenoblade fans are just eating. They've been getting games nonstop for the Switch.
Dude, and now this game finally has the opportunity to like release because this game released on the Wii U and just flopped. But like now, dude, I'm actually hyped for this. I'm actually hyped for this.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. We have to talk about something. Xenoblade X releasing on the Wii U was probably one of Nintendo's biggest fumbles. And I know they expected it to get stales because it had the name Wii. But like, holy, bro, they knew the console was failing, and then they released one of the biggest projects that could have literally changed the gaming entirely on a console that was dying.
No,
it's
true. It's true. And like,
bro, what was that?
Such a shame. The Wii U honestly had a lot of good games, and I'm glad that they're finally all being ported to the Switch.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree. Like, we need more Wii U to Switch ports, for sure.
I think the only major ones left are, like,
Bro, that's, like, pretty big, bro. Those are two really big Zelda games.
They are.
Wait,
but, like,
now I think about it.
You also gotta remember that those two games also aren't native to the Wii U.
Real.
Like, you can play
what were you gonna say, Pat?
I just wanted to talk about how basically this game, the Definitive Edition, will be on the Switch too, because it will release on March.
I mean,
wait, Switch 2 releases on...
They haven't announced Switch 2, but like, if anything, it's very likely that it's gonna be backwards compatible. Like, I don't see why they wouldn't make it backwards.
So basically, Xenoblade X is gonna have a little spotlight with the Nintendo 2 Switch.
I mean, it could be one of those things where it's like optimized for Switch 2, but can run on Switch 1. It can be like that type of like Breath of the Wild thing, where like Breath of the Wild was clearly optimized for Switch, but you could play it on Wii U, which really sucked, by the way. The Wii U version of Breath of the Wild sucked ass.
Hopefully the Xenoblade X version of Switch doesn't suck.
Yes, for sure.
That's the last thing we need.
But like, I definitely think if they take advantage of the 4K capacities that they're advertising from the Switch 2, and like bring Xenoblade X to 4K, that would be insane.
That would be
just
insane.
saying.
That would be insane. Also,
we gotta talk about something.
Xenosaga
fans, you shut up. No one cares about your game.
Facts. Y'all can get your own thing, but y'all were making us sound crazy. We win.
No, it's clearly Xenosaga. The Lord on radio was talking about. Shut up! No one said that. It was clearly Xenoblade X. Checkmate.
Nah, but honestly, no hate towards Xenosaga fans, but it does feel great getting our game.
No, every single hate meant every single hate meant, bro. Who the hell says that? Who the hell makes me sound crazy? What the hell,
True.
bro?
I mean, true. I saw so many videos of people going, Xenoblade X fans, y'all need to let go. It's not happening. And honestly, it shouldn't. People should move on to Xenosaga so we can see the new story. Nah, screw that. We're getting Xenoblade X, and it's gonna be crazy. And to show how crazy it is, we're gonna show a couple of wishlist things to show the potential of the stuff that can appear, and talk about like stuff that we want to see improved from the old original game. I have 400 hours in this game, so like I think I know what I'm talking about. Zero also has a bunch of hours on this game, so we
Yeah, I have like I haven't checked, but I have like 100 and.
So you basically need to touch grass.
The official grass toucher might be Pathkeeper, to be honest.
he touches grass the most out of
But
all.
like, but definitely, this is truly the final key that we've lost. You know, like the game is a good game. I'm not gonna lie, but the game has a very big problem. So like multiple very big problems.
Yeah, it has a lot of problems. Some small, some big, and we're gonna tackle those. But first, what do we want to see? For starters, like we just gotta say it. Answers, please. Give us answers.
They cannot
so many mysteries.
Peak on a
Are there many ball holes in there?
Yeah, bro, there's like 50. Like they left like that one guy who's a secret experiment, and
Yelv.
like that's part of like a secret government plan. Yeah, they left Yelv as like the biggest question because like that was just a random story that just never got finished. I mean, I just think it's a cool thing.
Dude, the craziest thing about Yelv is that he's a DLC character. He got dropped after the release of the game.
Which was crazy, by the way. The fact that they dropped DLC just to never answer it. We need more of those, to be honest.
Also, like,
sad state the gaming world is in.
Rings in Oblivia are a mystery. The floating islands, Sylvalum, how it's made, like all the alien races, the two cliffhangers,
Bro, there's no way you leave us with like cliffhangers for 9 years. How can you do that, bro? Like, not even Xenoblade 1 had.
That was the worst part about Xenoblade X flopping.
Xenoblade 1 did not have to wait 9 years to reveal cliffhangers, okay? How is that possible?
Facts. But
mystery.
like, answers, we gotta get those. Also, related to this thing of answers, we already know that we're getting it, but we gotta get a good-ass epilogue.
We gotta get an epilogue to the epilogue. And I'm not gonna lie, hold up, we gotta cook with this. Epilogue could be like the biggest thing that's ever happened to Xenoblade. And I'm talking bigger than Xenoblade 3, which is crazy.
Yeah.
So answer the unleft questions.
It has the
more.
potential.
They could answer like.
Listen, it can answer so many questions, and it has the potential to like unite the franchises.
They could cook so hard because we could get like answers to Xenosaga. We could get answers to if Xenoblade X is actually connected to the rest of Xenoblade, which is just all insane.
Exactly.
So basically confirming some theories about other games.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, I feel like this epilogue will be massively dictate where the story is gonna go. Like, I think this game, the epilogue, will be the start of the new saga.
Yeah, no, for sure, because, like, I think they're gonna do a Xenoblade 1 type thing where they drop Xenoblade Definitive Edition, and then how long was it later that they dropped Xenoblade 3?
I think it was
like,
couple of months.
2 years? Was it couple? I don't remember the time frame, but it was honestly pretty quick, all things considered. So I think they're dropping Xenoblade X as the placeholder, and then Xenoblade X2, X squared, times 2, XX, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. They're gonna drop it hot, coming in as the new big thing to happen to Xenoblade. Because Xenoblade 3 is kind of like the end of, like, the old saga, and Xenoblade X can just be like the start of.
It's all coming back together, literally.
Oh, on God, by the way.
No, but honestly, right now, we would be getting the game back together.
Yes.
I'm hyped.
Something else, bro. We need more character quests, just in general.
True. Like, it's an opportunity to add more depth to every character. And dude, and you know what would be hype if
Or
after,
go on, we
if
got
like, let's say that they add a character quest, just one character quest for every character, right? A final quest, final, and at the end of that quest, they give you a skill that is personalized for that character.
bro. We need that. The scales are such a good concept. It's such a Xenoblade thing to add. Like scales are just really Xenoblade-ish style. And then it was like I think it was due to the limits of technology at the time and whatever. They were just kind of underwhelming. And I know they're a good concept overall, but I definitely think some revamps to the overall, characters with scales and shit, it can go a long way into just quality of life, And also, where are my scale painting? Like, give us more scale customization. Like, this is the chance to give us some
like. We have like more wouldn't hurt.
I think they have a color palettes.
Yeah, like I think like it would be amazing. Maybe not as detailed, but like close-ish to Armored Core. Like if we got like an Armored Core type of station, and we just got like more. They kind of need to do this in general, but like revamp the scales a little, so it kind of sucks a little less to fight in them.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I was thinking about
patterns. All that stuff would be so cool on a scale.
What were you gonna say, Path?
Yeah, I was gonna say it would be great that there are different type of models of scales, not just a single one.
Yeah, I think there are way too little scale models.
Yeah, I think maybe not add too many. I don't want that. Like, I agree with Path in this case because like I want more scales, but I also think that it should be like diversity in the sense that we should be able to use more scales instead of just kind of like 1-2 scales being meta. That we can use like various scales that just have different roles in.
True, actually, and the models you can use like a different weaponry, like a katana, saber. I don't know.
I mean, you can. You already can. You can use. Guns,
you already can.
You can use swords.
It's just the combat kind of.
Yeah, it's very monotonous. Very just mashing. I mean, not even mashing. Just like moving around, hitting the right buttons. It's real. It needs more.
Yeah, for sure. I think I'm gonna let. Yeah, I think I know what you.
Dude.
Hmm?
So, they're very likely to do this because this is what they did with Xenoblade Definitive Edition. But I want to see a good remaster of the soundtrack, especially the NLA theme. Like, a lot of songs have lyrics and they're cheesy AF, but the NLA theme.
Yeah. Bro.
Editor. Put a clip of the sound of the NLA theme. Bro.
Bro talking to himself in third person on God. It's so bad. It's literally like, ooh, yeah. I remember, bro. I think that's like the day theme, right? Because it has two themes.
It has two themes.
Wait, how many times you hear that same NLA song?
They're so goofy and like.
I think
I could care less about the lyrics of other songs, which are just corny and cheesy. But like, at least the beat goes hard. Also, and this would just be so cool, an MP3 player for when you're writing your Skell, because the Skell theme, when you first hear it, it's hype. You're flying around listening to that song, you feel free. But then, it just gets kind of annoying. I got tired of it, because you want to go to places, and flying is the fastest way to go there. But like, every time you fly, you have to listen to that song, and it will overwrite the area song. So I want to see an MP3 where you can pick the music, and like, have you earn the musics for basic missions. I think that would be cool.
I think that would be the best thing, because then you have a way to listen to every song in the game available. Because like some of the soundtrack for Xenoblade X ain't its strong point. This is no Sonic Adventure 2 soundtrack, but like it's fine.
It's
bangers. Like
also some songs aren't in the game.
Actually, so basically
some songs on the soundtrack I don't think are in the game, or their requirements are very difficult to like get it to hear, or are once only.
Oh, gotcha. Go on, Path.
So basically in the MP3 from the Skell, imagine you just Just hearing the soundtrack while doing the grinding would be great.
Mm-hmm.
For sure. I think like way to like I have two things. First of all, please, this is just one of my favorite things games do. What I don't remember the name. It's like what DMC does with the music, where like DMC 5 when you're like in a really like high scoring combo where it's like smoking sexy style. Like the music is like I don't remember the name right now, but like the music changes and it's adaptive music I think was the name. So like adaptive music for some of the themes, like especially combat themes, can go such a long way. And I think if Skells on the MP3, you get it so like if you already heard a theme for multiple times, the MP3 takes over that theme. I would like it. But if this is the first time you hear a song, like you enter a boss fight for the first time,
Yeah, they force you to hear it.
the MP3 shut up and you're able to hear the song. I think that's like the best way to implement it.
Also,
Because then you don't miss out on any songs, but you also get to listen to the music you want to hear when you're like riding around just grinding, killing them, fun, exploring,
I don't know how they would fix this, but like there's this thing that irks me sometimes. When I'm trying to fight tyrants on foot, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna fight them. The theme starts playing, which is uncontrollable, and uncontrollable goes hard. But then I activate my overdrive to start killing them, and it plays the overdrive theme, and I'm like, no, I don't like overdrive theme goes hard too. But I want to listen to the tyrant theme. I want to listen to uncontrollable.
Perfect fix for that. Just make it adaptive music where like you get the Tyrant theme playing, but then you also get the Overdrive theme playing, and they both play as a unified theme. So it's like Overdrive Tyrant, like Tyrant's Overdrive version, and it like implements itself in combat while you're doing stuff. That's like the
I have
perfect
no
way to
idea
fix
how they
those
would do
type of
that.
things.
The two themes sound nothing
They would
alike.
need to create new.
But doesn't
Yeah,
mean that the music will be overlapping about the soundtrack.
no, because it's not overlapping. It's like you make one singular theme. Yeah, no, but like the way DMC does it, for example, when you're playing as Virgil and you're playing like what's his song? I am the storm that is like we all know that song.
Bury the light.
Uh-huh.
Buried the light.
Bury the light. So buried the light. So bury the light when it's playing, like when you're just doing a normal combo, no, like and you're starting to get like A rank, S rank. It starts picking up the pace, and once you reach the SSS, you start hearing the final riff of the song, and it implements itself very well. Like the music develops by itself according to how well you're doing in the game. So that can apply to different ways in Xenoblade. Like it doesn't have to be the how well you're doing in the game, but for example, uh, uncontrollable part A, where it's like the start of the combat. Uncontrollable part B, when it's like in the middle of combat, and uncontrollable part C, when it's almost at the end. So that's kind of like how adaptive music works, where like depending on what stage of the battle you're in, it just kind of develops on its own. And also, you have different variations at play when different things happen. For example, if and this is theoretical, and they would need to do new music. But when Overdrive, instead of just changing the theme entirely, you implement both songs at the same time and create one unique symphony.
That would be hard to do though. I
The
don't
thing-
expect that because like, remember who they hired to make the music?
Okay, but this is a wish list, to be
He's
fair.
hot.
We're just wishing. We're coping.
The
True.
battle mechanics will has to be good
True.
for that to happen.
But anyway, I think that's it for the things we want to see in the game. I wonder what Pass would have to
There's
say
one
about
thing.
what he
There's
wants
one
to see in
thing
a
you
game that he
want.
has to
There's
play.
one thing you want.
Yeah, because you haven't.
There's
played this
one
game.
thing you
Like,
want. There's
I
one
want to know what your take would be.
Hold up. There's one thing
Oh.
you haven't said, Tech. There's one thing you want that you haven't said.
What haven't I said? Zero.
It has to do with jumping. You haven't said that.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started. It circles back to the
How
Skell
good
flight theme.
is jump in a game?
Whenever you're riding your Skell, once you upgrade to the flight module, by pressing the jump button, instead of jumping in the Skell, you start flying. And I hate that because sometimes I just want to jump with the Skell, not start flying. But I start flying, and then the flight theme starts playing, and it interrupts the area theme, and sometimes the theme is going hard, I accidentally press the jump button, and now I'm flying, and it got cut off at the best part, and then it loops back from the start, when it makes no sense that it would do that, because when you enter combat, once you leave combat, it continues up where it left off, but not when you fly, and I hate that. Just fix anything. Make the jump 1 tap, and make the flight 2 taps. On God.
It's like, I think that has multiple fixes, to be honest. That's like, you can just make jump A, double tap for flight, literally like A, like tap to jump, long press to flight in like the jump button. You could just do the same thing you do with combat music, where it just leaves off. Like, just fix it, bro.
On God. Anyway, Path, what do you want to see in this game?
Honestly, not so much. Well, only want to see, like, for example, a good animation when you're doing the arts while combat.
Okay.
Yeah, they kind of suck there. I know, they kind of suck.
I mean, have you seen the Sky High animation?
Some are fine, but like, let's not kid ourselves. Some are pretty
Ghost
ass,
Walker,
bro.
Ghost Factory. Those are some hard-ass animations.
Okay, but that's just
I
doing
know,
the
but
movie.
basically, there's like a doing it did while walking.
You're just doing Michael Jackson, bro. You're just Michael Jackson.
It goes hard, my guy. It goes hard. I never get tired. Whenever I start
Ghost
playing,
Walker.
I never get tired of like watching the animation, seeing the Ghost Walker into combat limbo.
Ghost Walker!
Ghost Walker, combat limbo. Honestly,
Ghost Walker!
I think.
The British accent makes it 20 times better,
Okay,
to be
okay,
honest.
but to be fair, it's only at British accent in some. Dude, I just thought of something else. So you know how
What?
when you have your character creator, you can pick which voice actor to voice your character, right? What if they added
Alright.
2 more voice? One of the voices is Shulk's. What if they added the Rex and Noah voice and like the Mio and
That would-
I don't know.
That would go kind of hard. That would go kind of hard for male and female characters, because it doesn't impact the lore in any way, and you just also get to hear your favorite character's voice while
But the
you're just kind
problem
of
is basically a voice actor will be just in a torture, but just doing all the arts.
Ghost Walker.
I mean, to be
Ghost
fair,
Walker.
It's
it
doing
I'm
would
not
doing
done
that.
yet.
be annoying, but I don't think it would be that hard to implement. I feel like it's a realistic.
Especially
thing to
if
hope
Shulk
for.
is already in the game, or
Exactly.
if Rex is already in the game. Just
this is the thing that I
saying,
won't be
just
mad
saying.
if
You
they
know,
don't put
guys,
but it would be cool.
Because
Okay.
it sounds like a being a torture while doing the boss fight, you know?
Okay, so
That's
now
looking here.
Okay.
that's basically it for our wish list, right?
most of our wish
Well,
list, I
there's
think.
more.
There's I think the thing is that the most of the rest of the wish list for me is like story wise, where it's like, I just kind of want like
but that
some
isn't a wish
really
list.
specific things.
Those are improvements that we want to see.
Bro, okay, but like Cosmos, bro, come on, you can't
Save
deny
that for
me
later.
that.
Save that for later.
All right, we
For now-
go. Let's go to like, I think
Let's start
Is
with
that it?
nitpicks. What are some nitpicks that you have with this game?
I have a very big one.
Yeah.
Tatsu, his existence in general, brother.
Are we sure
I'm
that's
not
a
gonna lie,
nitpick? Are we sure that Tatsun's a nitpick? I think he's bad, bro.
I
was
mean,
defend-
basically, Tatsu
No,
jokes
yeah.
basically is all about, I'm gonna get cooked. Oh no.
Bro, on
Yeah,
God,
bro's gonna
he's
get
so
cooked.
annoying. He does have some good moments.
I'm not even gonna. I was
good
I was
moment.
defending his ass in the tier list, but no,
Bro,
this
bro.
guy's annoying. When I kind of played the game, this guy's annoying.
But hear me out. He does have one good moment. And that is when. Wait, no, I shouldn't say this. This is spoilers. Anyway, you're fighting this character,
What's the
right?
fuck?
It's a boss fight and you're fighting this character. And then after the boss fight, Tatsu goes to the enemy, gives him some food, and he says, my friend says that you're not allowed to die yet. So don't die, and just hands him his food. That was a base Tatsu moment.
Ah, I remember. Okay, yeah.
The one Tatsu moment where bro went hard. He shut up. Like, he actually shut up. And Lin also shut up about telling him he's gonna get cooked. Holy, bro.
Dude, it's every chapter. Literally every chapter is a cooking Tatsu joke.
Like, this is worse than I show speed. I swear to God. Like, there's so many times where I'm just like, This scene will be completely normal. Tatsu joke enters the chat. I'm like, oh my god.
No, and like I understand that Napon are very full of themselves and think themselves like the greatest beings in the world, possibly because they are. Stay tuned for our theory episode. But like Tatsu and
You know, bro, Ricky?
Ricky was goated, Riku was goated, Manana was goated, Tora was goated.
Riku was goaded. Oh, Riku is my goat, not gonna lie. Bro just had the sword.
We need
On
to
God.
put no on tier list.
Riku was him.
Literally him. He was just Rex if he was a no-pawn, not gonna lie.
Yeah. No, but please, dude, I don't know what you can do about Tatsu at this point. Like, this is such a complete overhaul to so many scenes. Like, you would have to re-record lines with the old voice actor. You would need to change pacing of some scenes. Like, it's so much cope. But please, on God.
No. Okay. It's been 9 years, bro. Come on. They've had a lot of time.
Almost 10, but yeah.
Okay, I think one other nitpick, low-key, lobster. And I don't mean that in that Red Lobster was a bad thing, but like finding the actual red lobsters, unless you kind of just watch the video, kind of sucked, bro. Like it wasn't like an adventure.
They were very hard to find, and some of them were in weird ass places. But like, and to fix that, you know what I think they could like.
You get to the point you're looking at YouTube just to find them.
I think that just making them slightly bigger so they're easier to see, or like adding a sound effect so that when you're near them, you can like hear that you're close to one, so that you can go into search mode. Would be cool. Also, have an NPC.
Yeah, like
what
I think
lobster sounds?
Like a ticking time bomb.
Yeah, like because they're actually just stuffed toys with bombs. Like I would not be mad if they added like. I don't want the HUD to get cluttered because the Switch is a small screen. You're not gonna be playing on the big screen, so like. If you add clutter to the screen, it's gonna be a lot worse because you're looking at a smaller screen now. And it's not the Wii U big screen you're now, so you kind of also have to count on that. But like, I wouldn't be mad about like a sound cue playing when you're near one.
Yeah.
NPCs talking about the
like
you know,
say,
like I wouldn't.
heard something in this area. You should check it out.
World interaction is kind of important in this game. It's been 9 years. Games have changed a lot. Like the world would be more alive than ever. And I don't mean this in the fact that, oh, when you stop playing the game, you know, like, things happen without you. Okay, that's fine. Like, that doesn't have to happen. Because the game isn't that complicated, but, like, you can just kind of, like, make the world feel more interactive. Make it so the world feels kind of alive, even if you're not there.
Yeah. Also,
so
make it easier to recruit characters, because I understand what they were going for, that you need to like actually talk to the characters in world in order to recruit them to your party. But like that system sucks. It's cool at first,
but you have to socialize.
Dude, having to find them in the map, because another thing, it's the map doesn't tell you where they are. It tells you at first, but then it puts a check mark on it, and you can never find out again. So you just have to know where they are, and that gets so annoying because sometimes I'm like, I want to level this character up, or I want to level up his affinity so I can do this quest. Where is he? And I have to look it up. Not just make a menu where you can put them to your team, and if you want, you can also talk to them. And like the lore reason for why you can just add them to your team from a menu would be like you're calling them in for a mission. Like it makes sense in world, so like it can work. It's just so annoying.
Making the recruitment so easy to the point when in the minimap and appears the name of the other person you're going to recruit, something like that.
I mean, that can also help, but I think that the menus are a much better long-term fix. The menus in general in this game kind of suck. This is probably one of the game's biggest weak spot, in my opinion. What do y'all think?
Tutorials.
I mean, did you understand about the menus?
I mean, I don't think the
menus
menus
for a beginner.
I mean, dude, at least the menus are
okay.
not
No. Some menus are like the equipment menus are fine, but like something's gonna have to change for the other menus. I'm a big believer in menus can make a long-term experience a lot better. And Xenoblade menus long-term just kind of suck, bro. Like at least on X, they kind of suck long-term.
Yeah. Also, the map could use a couple enhancements, because like Lately. I've
Please.
been trying to make a list with all of the all of the enemy locations, and sometimes I need to go to certain areas, and I'm like, where is this? And looking at the map is no help because like it only shows the names of some sections. So like I would like for them to do like Breath of the Wild did, where if you zoom in enough, you can see every named area in the map, and like also teach people better how to use the FN
Holy, okay,
Frontier
okay.
Nav because Frontier Nav is
I'm about to cook.
obtuse.
I'm gonna cook so hard if it comes to like bro, tutorials in this game are non-existent. They do not exist in this game.
Nope.
I literally bricked my Frontier Nav. I bricked it because I did not know what I was doing. I
Yep.
am not kidding.
Yeah,
That can just happen, by the way. You can,
it's bad.
bro. There is no tutorial.
I was lucky
There
and
is-
I didn't go through that. I didn't go through the whole pain. I just got lucky, or I was just that good. I'm built different.
Listen, like I'm a very big believer in that the game can teach you naturally, but some of these mechanics are not natural to learn.
No, the
Like,
whole
Elden
overdrive
Ring,
system.
for example.
I remember when I first unlocked overdrive,
Yeah,
I was
bro.
like, this thing is useless. And now, this thing is broken.
Me when potential question mark?
Dude.
So
dude,
basically,
the
it's
potential is
escalation.
wild. The fact that you can just skyrocket that number, and then you can just one-shot the biggest HP enemy in the game. It's crazy. But you do have to grind a lot for it. Speaking of which,
Nerf the grind. Nerf the
Like,
grind. That's it, bro. Like grind.
not too much because like the grind that you need to do regular stuff isn't too bad. But I would say like make things cheaper on the ticket exchange and make it add like there's this treasure sensor buff that gives you guaranteed golden chests. Well, I would say as a post-game thing, unlock items that have treasure sensor plus. And if you max that out, you are guaranteed every drop from an enemy.
Yeah,
Oh,
that
talking-
Also, make it so you can target different body parts of an enemy when on the scale. Because sometimes on the scale, you can't target certain body parts, and it's so annoying.
yeah, no. I definitely think that late game grind is a bigger problem than early game grind, because the problem with early game grind isn't even the fact that it's hard, it's the fact that the game doesn't teach you.
Yeah.
Since you don't understand what's going on,
Yeah, so
you're
every,
just kind of
every
making
enemy
really
just
bad.
feels bulky as heck because you don't know what you're doing.
Yeah, no, for
So,
example, I have the big trying to fight that one monkey in the
The Simius.
oh my god. Yeah, the tyrant one. Yeah, sure, you're underleveled. I understand. Trust me, I understand. But like even when you're kind of like over leveled for the area, since you don't really have that much experience in the game, you just end up losing a ton
Mm-hmm.
because you don't understand what you're doing.
No, yeah.
So,
that game
I was
definitely
gonna
needs help with the tutorials.
Go on, Path.
So I was gonna mention. So in terms of the grind, shouldn't it be easier if you're gonna be a certain class, like for example, a one who you basically gather materials?
An ability
That-
that makes it easier to grind. That's not a bad idea.
Uh-huh.
So you know how there's what are they called? The sections that you have curators, harriers, reclaimers, mediators. You know the different.
Oh, you
abilities.
mean
Yeah,
like
and-
the
Every reclaimer, recruit, prospect, outfitters, mediators. Yeah.
Those things, yeah.
yeah you're
Wouldn't it be
talking
cool?
about like the different not
The
classes, you're
divisions.
talking about,
The
like,
divisions.
Yeah,
the
divisions.
army divisions. Yeah.
So right now the divisions don't really have a use outside of the online. Wouldn't it be cool if while you were a part
Yeah.
of a specific division, you got perks from that division? So like if you're a curator, you'll get extra perks. Like obviously right now you get bonus blade experience, but after a certain point it's useless because you max out your blade level. But like make it so that you can
Yeah.
max out the different divisions, and if you max them out, you get new skills per division, similar to what they did in Xenoblade 3 with the with the different colonies that if you max out your colony affinities, you get extra skills that apply to the overworld, like moving faster, getting better drops, stuff like that. That would be so cool, and it would add a use to this mechanic that right now doesn't really have one.
Yeah, no, that would be like a
Mm.
definitely like an improvement that we could see, because simply like that's one of the things that the game I think heavily lacks right now. Where it's like there's a lot of mechanics, but they lack depth. There's like a lot of little mechanics that just aren't explored enough. I think like if they have anything to do in Xenoblade X, it's like at least what I mean Definitive Edition. It's like those little mechanics that they left make them what they were like meant to be. You know, I think that's the time.
Expand on them.
Basically, they have to emphasize on the details.
Yeah, basically.
Which type,
Because the
division.
groundwork is already there. The groundwork for a lot of these big things are already there. It's just the little things, you know, the art, whatchamacallit, the art is in the detail or whatever. Like the perfection is in the details. Yeah, like that. Like definitely, I think the details I think this game has an overall good amount of polish, but the details lack a lot. So like if you just polish those details, they're gonna shine really bright, because this game is a game that didn't age well simply because of those details. Because for a 2015 game, this game looked amazing, even without 4K.
It was witchcraft how it looked so good on a Wii U. Like, honestly.
Yeah, this is one of those games where I thought it was gonna look a lot worse when I returned to it, and honestly, it did not look that bad. I was actually genuinely surprised. I was like,
Nostalgia,
this is
baby.
better than Breath of the Wild.
They
like
cooked.
for
They
me,
cooked.
this game, even without like a proper, necessarily defined art style, which I hope they kind of like. This isn't a nitpick. They're already doing that, so I didn't want to mention it. But like, the art style definitely was kind of hit or miss for me in the original Definitive Edition, in the original Xenoblade X. But Definitive Edition did a little bit of an overhaul, and I like the direction they're going with the like
but I
little
do
bit
hope
like
that these aren't
anime.
the final models. I do hope these aren't the final models, because like
Yeah.
Lin and Cross look wonky, and I think it's the hairline.
Yeah, I think it's because their hair.
They need a new barber.
New barber.
No, but I hope that's just like prototype.
Okay, I think I know what. It's the shadows. It's the shadows. I think they don't have defined shadows yet, so that they look wonky.
Yeah.
But like
It will change.
the general anime-ish but realistic direction, I like it a lot, and I want them to keep that. And I want the overworld to feel realistic like it did in X, and not to change it to like this anime-esque fantasy. I definitely want it to remain realistic, because it adds a lot to like this planet is, when you think about it, it looks amazing from the outside. But for example, when you go to Noctilium for the first time, that shit looks like you're staring into the abyss. That shit is scary.
Dude.
And it's like the exploration bit of this game, in that sense, is very, very satisfying. Like, I will forever talk about that one time I fell into a water pit because there was like a really cool structure. And then I found out it was a huge guardian, and I had no way to fight it, and I shat my pants.
Yes,
that type
thing was
of thing,
terrifying. Dude, silver.
that type of things where like alien exploration, where you're like finding things by being curious, that's the perfect type of exploration. Because it really calls you to be that gamer that just sees something cool and goes like, oh, what is that?
And
So basically, you're searching for resources,
that
part of the gameplay.
That's an issue that I had with the fast travel system sometimes. That like the fast travel made it easier to just ignore the world and go straight from point A to point B. And like you miss out on stuff in a gameplay sense and on just an exploration sense, experience.
I mean, that's an overall problem with fast travel, but I think like a good way to fix that is just choose a centric location that like everything is like basically like you get to go to each area in fast travel, because I will say sometimes I'm not in the mood to waste time. But, you know, like you go to Noctilium, you get like specific fast travel point, boom, but that's it. The rest you have to kind of explore on your own.
Yeah. Although they did do a good job with the
Oh.
fact that one of the things that they did is that to progress the story, you need a certain percentage of exploration for an area, and that was a good move.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a good idea because it incentivizes you to explore the game, and this
Hmm.
is like an alien game. This has to be a sci-fi game, and definitely the fact that you're exploring a new planet, and especially for people, this is going to be the first time for a lot of people experiencing Xenoblade X, which I think is
Yep.
something very important to note.
Mhm.
We are the exception. We are not the norm. Like Pat
Yeah.
hasn't played
We
Xenoblade
are
X.
we
He's
are
just
we are part of the 10
Uh,
Xenoblade X fans.
hello. This is 2 out of 10. We are 2 out of the 10 Xenoblade X fans, and then Path is just one of the guys that really wants to get into it, bro.
So basically, when it is released, I'm gonna be like, "Oh yeah, I got spoiled, but hey, we're getting
No,
fun."
but like this is gonna be like the thing is you got spoiled on the story, but remember, like most of the story isn't over technically. Like
Yeah.
especially because the epilogue is gonna be new for everyone.
To
Like, this is
quote
gonna be the
Xenoblade
first
X
time
itself, the story is never truly over.
Says after living two cliffhangers.
We
Oh
did
my
struggle.
god, bro, I was
By
about
the
to
way,
lose it.
talking about cliffhangers, I hope that they fix the main story. Because, like, I'm gonna be real, I am a firm believer that to experience the story of Xenoblade X, you have to stop perceiving it like a movie and perceive it like a series, with side quests being the episodes. However, that doesn't change the fact that the main story sucks. I don't know if they can make any
Yeah,
changes
no.
to it, but like I
What would
want
be
them to
the
make some
difference?
changes to make things fit in with the rest of the franchise because currently there are a lot of contradictions with stuff that happens in Xenosaga and this main Xenoblade franchise, and if we want to connect all three, things are gonna have to change in the Xenoblade X story. Like some numbers.
Okay, first of all, I think a good way to fix it so people are incentivized to do like the affinity and side quests. Just make it so you have to progress a certain amount of side quests and like affinity quests to actually be able to progress the story.
Okay, but
because
here's
that
the
way,
thing,
when
though.
you end
Here's
the game,
the thing, though.
you-
They did that for Torna. No one liked that.
yeah, no one liked Torna. I forgot. I like Torna. I'm the one Torna fan. Hello, you thought being a Xenoblade X fan was niche? Welcome to Torna, the Golden Country,
Torna has
where
good
even
gameplay.
the
The thing was that it just artificially prolonged its length.
Yeah, which kind of sucked. But to be fair, Xenoblade X is already kind of long.
You got me there.
Oh,
You got me
brother.
there.
For
I
sure.
can't say anything, seeing as I have 400 hours. No, but
Oh, bro. I got like 30, 140, something like that.
also for combat, make support do something. Because right now, you don't even need party members in this game. That's how broken the combat system is. Like, the combat system needs an overhaul. Some things need to change.
I think we've had 9 years. We've had 3 new games to, like, revamp the combat. I think that would be like one of the big changes I would like, where it's just like simply change the combat. And it's gonna sound like we're saying like, oh, you have to change everything about the game. No. The game has a solid base, and again, the details are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
So like,
Yeah.
I think an overhaul of certain aspects of the combat, and maybe just teaching you aspects of the combat can be a long way.
Give us actual
Just teaching you how to
tutorials.
fight better. Okay. This is one nitpick. I think I've said it before to you guys. There's a hangar near where I think you find the first red lobster in the game after a specific side quest.
The outfitters
Uh,
hangar. Make that a test section where you
So
can
that
test weapons.
is just
Like in universe, that's what it's used for. Make it in game too.
that would be the
Making it
perfect
more
way
realistic. Yeah.
diegetically train yourself. Where it's just like in a fighting game, you have a training area. Give us that. Just give us the option to test stuff in the game. Like,
It
oh,
already
you have
exists
this?
in
Okay, you can
universe.
test it.
You don't need to add anything.
Just give us the feature to do so, because it literally would fit perfectly. And also, you could just make it so there's extra NPC interactions there, like having like a friendly fight with Elma. Like that would be cool.
Dude, hear me out.
Friendly
Hear me
fight?
out. Hear me out. There's a side quest where you use the outfitters hangar as a tournament, as a battle tournament, right? What if they added 1v1 Xenoblade X
Oh,
online multiplayer?
Only mix.
Oh
Only
my
X.
god, competitive Xenoblade X. Guys, we have struck gold.
Like,
Not only that, make it
sure, you
battling.
would, but
The
again,
word.
you would need to balance it heavily because
Mech
right now
fights.
it would
We
just be
want mech
Ghost Walker
fights.
spam, and that would not be fun.
You know, there's
They're
mech
gonna be
fights.
sweaties.
I agree with mech fights. Mech fights would also be cool. Like if you could choose what you want to fight in, like mech fight 1v1s. You know, like that would be cool. Oh, I have a better idea. You know how we got raids?
Yeah.
So the outfitters hanger, make it so you can just kind of like the way the multiplayer would work. Instead of you fight other people, you fight to see who can beat the boss the fastest
That already
and
exists.
with the most points.
That already exists.
Real? I barely touched the online, so I would not know.
Yeah,
bro.
no, we couldn't touch the online because we got it way past the death date. But like, it did exist because there was
It
GP
was
and there was a
Wii U.
whole meta that like the best things in regular gameplay were different for GP farming, and GP was how you got points to like win, and you could also speed run different things. They had time trials. The online was very in depth, but 1v1 would go hard.
Yeah, no, definitely then 1v1 and just kind of revamp the online a little bit. You know, just touch it here and there. It's been 9 years again. Some things are gonna age poorly, but like I definitely think that online doesn't need as much help as the main game does.
Are there gonna be some general fixes from the game?
General
Let's
fixes
change
are
up the.
general fixes are kind of like what I don't have like
Just
a
a
good
combat
example of a general
overhaul.
fix.
It's just a combat overhaul.
Yeah, just
Like change it up
combat,
a bit.
like maybe make certain.
Maybe not a complete,
I
not a
think
complete overhaul, but
classes-
definitely polish what you got. Especially the scout combat.
Exactly.
Okay.
Scale combat needs help, bro. Like I don't know what they're gonna do with that. Like scale combat does need help. We gotta cook on something. Hold up. The epilogue. We're gonna cook. I'm gonna cook really hard on this. I think
Okay.
we've been discussing this for a few days. Since the
By the
trailer
way,
dropped.
by the way,
Burn the
Just
wagon.
record.
Quick disclaimer to all of you guys. We haven't really played Xenosaga. However, we've just seen the story. So if we get things wrong, that things can't work with this in the Xenosaga, we apologize. We don't really know. We know
For sure.
we just know the general lore. So we might make mistakes. Please,
Sorry,
I know.
don't
I
be mad at us.
literally the Xenosaga OVA is literally sitting in my living room. Like the Xenosaga animated OVA, I literally have it and I watched it. But like I still don't understand the general like I understand the lore, but I don't understand the overall
The
you know,
minutia, yeah.
in-depth lore.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. We were when is it, how many days has passed since the Xenoblade video dropped? I
It
think
dropped
like
on
3
Tuesday.
days.
Today is Sunday for us.
Yeah, so it's
5
been
days.
Yeah.
I'm literally 5 days.
Five-ish, yeah.
Yeah, so okay. We've been discussing this for like the past 3 days. How Xenoblade X could connect so well into both Xenoblade, 3, 2, and 1,
Mainline.
and then the mainline Xenoblade games, because this is definitely like a different type of game, but like it could connect and it could go so hard, but also into Xenosaga, because yes, there are some like lore
Contradictions, like,
difference about no aliens.
yeah. But we have a theory that can patch
Also,
those things
wait,
up.
nitpick. We need a Xenogear skin for the Skells. We need
Yes,
a
yes.
Xenogear skin for the Skells.
Yes.
A Xeno year.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Xenogear is actually it's like a mech in the that's like what the Xenogear is. So getting like a Xenogear Skell would just be cool. One of those cool things. And we
That's a
forgot to
better
mention
name.
just adding some of the older characters like they did into Xenoblade 2. Or, like you could use Cosmos and Elma in Xenoblade 2. Just party members like Shulk and
Yeah.
I
Like
mean,
in
they're
the
also-
in the realm of combat that you will need to face. Like I hope they add the realm of
What?
combat like they did to Xenoblade Definitive Edition.
for sure.
All right, add more costumes.
Okay.
I wouldn't mind that.
There's
Wait, dude.
I wouldn't mind that.
In Xenoblade
there's a lot
Definitive
of
Edition?
customization in this game already for that.
Dude, in Xenoblade Definitive Edition, they added fashion gear which Xenoblade X already has. But here's the kicker: they added fashion gear for the weapon. Xenoblade X doesn't have that, and I think it would go hard.
Yeah, no. Here for the weapon is like the best thing ever, because some of the weapons, I'm not gonna lie, are ugly as hell in this game.
Yeah.
I think the worst offender is the armor, and it's greatly mitigated by fashion gear. Because like some of the armor in this game is so genuinely ugly.
Yeah.
Like,
no, especially the heavy
oh my
armor.
god, and fashion gear helps so much. Every game should just have fashion gear. I'm not gonna lie, like
Agreed.
every single game.
Agreed. Xenoblade X was
Okay.
good for including it. Anyway.
Okay,
Cool.
actual thing. We've been discussing this for the past few days. I've said this so many times. Give us obviously the biggest answer is. By the way, big spoiler alert. This is like spoiling the Xenoblade X story and everything. You know, like this is pretty big. But who the hell is the Black Knight?
True.
Like, just give us that.
Is he someone we know,
The
or
Black
is he
Knight.
just a guy?
Yeah, like I'm hoping it's a very big reveal that's gonna change the entire and reconceptualize the story, because we saw some theories. The biggest one was you say it. I know what I'm gonna say, but like you say it first.
Okay, there was a theory where the Black Knight, the guy who's there, isn't actually the Black Knight. It's actually Human Lao. There are theories that the Black Knight is a character from Xenosaga. Graf, I believe it was, which, to be honest, I don't truly understand what that means, but I don't know if that's hype or not. There's also theories that it might be Malos.
Yes, I like Malos. I think we talked.
I do like the Malos theory
goes
because
kinda hard
Malos
as
is
well.
mysteriously missing from Xenoblade 3.
I think that's a great way to kind of like tie it all together. But I would also like to see the Lao theory. I love like Lao meeting human Lao meeting that like alien Lao is so good. That would
especially because think about it.
What
Min
would be the
Lao
difference
had character
between-
development, but not a real Lao.
Yeah, no, that's so good, bro. But like Malos is good. There's a lot of things you can add here. But I want them. Obviously the epilogue is coming. We're gonna get answers. But okay, this is I've said this so many times. The perfect way to tie this into Xenosaga. The ending of Xenosaga, we get to see Cosmos dropping into what is theorized to be Old Jerusalem, right?
Yep.
Which, by the way, I think was it Black Tar that said like this is our holy land, which is
it's
like
not Black Tar. It's
Old
in the forest.
Jerusalem.
Right, we're talking about the real world, right?
We're getting dangerously close to
You
explaining
cook.
the theory video. We gotta separate that for something else.
Yeah, you cook.
I'll cook next video.
We can cut this if needed, but basically, give us Cosmos dropping into the Xenoblade X world that is revealed to be, Old Jerusalem, and
That
tie
would
it
be
all
hype.
together. But you don't even have to say anything. Just get Cosmos dropping. That would be like okay. I've said this too many times. Literally, you don't even have to show Cosmos' face. Cosmos literally has a headband that says Cosmos. Just show the scene of something hitting the Earth, or Mira, and then you show you show the headband that just says Cosmos, and you end the epilogue there.
Fade to black.
And you just implied, you just implied a million different things right there.
True. And dude, it would be hype because if you think about it, like Cosmos being there would provide an outlet for then the Xenoblade X crew to go to the mainline franchise. And that would be cool. Although the issue that I do see with it is that at the end of Xenoblade 3 Future Redeemed, like it's very, very heavily implied that the connected world is what Cosmos falls into. But let us hope, because it would just go hard. Let's say that it was just clever misdirection.
It just Cosmos fits so well into the overall Xenoblade, X aesthetic. It has that like futuristic anime but realistic vibe.
Mecha anime.
So like I feel like getting Cosmos to drop into the planet would just be my favorite thing. This is the one thing I ask you. You can make this a terrible game. Like, obviously I hope not, but like, You could make this the worst game of 2025, and if you get that one scene of Cosmos dropping into the planet, I would call this a perfect game.
It
I'm
would be
kidding.
hype.
That
It
is
would be
how.
hype.
Basically, a planet,
I don't know if it
so
can
basically a
work.
planet destruction is equals hype.
Yeah, I don't know if it would work.
Okay, like just
But it would be cool if it could. Any Xenosaga fans
No,
could
and
say
then if
like
you get
if this
Malos,
is plausible, if this is plausible, or say it when we release our theory video, because I personally think I kind of cooked with that one.
yeah, no, the theory video goes hard, and I can attest to that. I was listening to this theory, and it was like when you're like passed out drunk and you wake up to like the hardest story you've ever heard. That is how it felt, bro.
Like, even if they don't go that route, I still think that it could be a good route to take.
I definitely think Malos, but like if you get like Malos being the guy in black, and then you get like Cosmos falling into the earth
True.
in one game, that would be
You
like
get
the biggest
perfect
tie-in.
intersection.
Like you get all the games in one game. Like you get one. Like that would be like the perfect intersection to just tie everything together into one very, very, very big universe.
Yep.
So you want to connect all the 3 games in one scene.
Yes.
Correct.
And if possible,
Correct.
we'll even
Correct.
add
Madam.
Xenogears in the
That is
future.
100% right. No, and considering the fact that a lot of people have been coping for the Xenosaga remaster, guys, Xenoblade X Definitive Edition, Xenosaga Remake / Remaster, Xenoblade times 2, and then Xenoblade 4 to finish it off? Question mark? Question mark?
Honestly, I think it could
Yeah,
go
we're
well.
coping right there.
But anyway, that's basically our wish list and things we want to see. And you get a slight sneak peek into like what we think could make a good story and the theory and all that. But that's basically it. Thank you for being here with us. You guys want to say any closing statements?
Like and subscribe. You know what it means. You know what it means. Come on, click that like button, subscribe. To all my Discord friends that I will literally be spamming so to recommend this, Nebia, Lemon Man, you know, Lowell, all those guys. Thank you that you stuck around because I will literally make you watch this. I will be in chat making you watch.
Sharing, guys. Keep sharing.
holding them at
We
gunpoint.
need
You know-
you all.
Like, subscribe.
We're not desperate. I swear.
Like, we need Nintendo to see this. We need Nintendo to see this. Come on, trust chat.
Bro,
What about you? What do you got? What do you got?
Bring in lawsuits.
No, chat, no.
No.
I imagine Nintendo just. Wait. Nintendo just looking how 3 guys predicted their entire like idea for lore and just kind of be like, well, I guess that's that.
Nah, bro. You too cocky, man.
Okay.
Anyway.
Okay.
We should get done with this. Hopefully this drops soon enough.
Yeah.
We're sorry for being late with this whole topic.
Yeah.
But we're done. Hope to see you guys in the next video, which will be our theory video. See you there.
Yes, and also we haven't forgotten about the Fire Emblem videos.
We have
Don't
not.
worry, guys.
We have
We're
not.
gonna make it.
We've just been
We've
having
not
a
forgotten.
couple of scheduling issues.
And thanks.
Yes, we
And,
okay. I think actually, before we end, this is already really long. But
Tangents.
before we end, yes, we've been planning to make weekly videos and try to release a monthly video. That may come into the future, but right now it's been really hard to schedule for us because we're all in college. Midterms are coming up, you know, all the usual stuff. So it's kind of hard to schedule. But eventually, guys, stay tuned because that's gonna happen eventually.
Yep.
So thank you for keeping us. We'll keep you updated.
Thanks for watching, guys.